Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video. This is going to be a review for my blind commentary, blind reaction to episodes 37 to 40 of Hunter x Hunter. Should be a lot of fun, yeah. So, I watched these episodes yesterday. Obviously, I'm recording this, like the second I record this, it's gonna get uploaded and boom, video up. So yeah, this is about 11, so hopefully in about an hour the video will be up. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter, episodes 37 to 40. So we started the Yorknew Arc, which started off pretty strong, or at least I'd say pretty slow. Like, I mean, nothing really happened in this. But despite that, I feel like I had a decent bit to talk about with these episodes, and it definitely increased my hype for the arc for two reasons. One, so we learned about Jing a little bit. We learned about Gon's dad, and we learned that he had left a message for Gon that he was only supposed to listen to once he became a hunter. So obviously, and it was double locked too. Like first, he needed to open it with Nen, and then just in case he learned Nen before becoming a hunter, like he learned Nen on his own. Just in case that happened, it also required the hunter license to open. So he needed both the hunter license and the ability to use Nen, because the first lock was Nen and the second lock was the hunter license. So that was really cool, really cool how he did that. And basically he left him a message of like, you know, come and get me if you really want to find me, and then if you don't, then I won't tell you. And then he gave an offer to ask about his mom, and again, he said basically like, pause it if you don't want to know. And basically, Gon was like, I don't want to know about my mom because Mito-san is my mom. Obviously, then there was the cassette that he was listening to of his dad was like infused with Nen, and so it basically it rewound itself and then recorded over itself. So it basically deleted the like it was a one-time only like spy shit where it's like you know, this will self-destruct after, you know, whatever. But the other two things he got from the box from his dad was a ring and a memory card. So we don't have any clue what the ring is. We didn't learn anything about the ring in the set, but the memory card is a memory card for the Joy Station, which is obviously a play on the PS1, and that being the PlayStation. And so they put the memory. So Killua goes out to the shop or whatever, buys a Joy Station, comes back. They put the memory card in, and then they figure out that it's for a game called Greed Island, which they learned that Greed Island is a game that I think only either 50 or 100 copies, I think it might have been 100, it was either 50 or 100 copies were made of the game, and it was a game specifically for hunters, a hunter game for hunters, and it's this whole thing, and, you know, and it was worth like 5 billion Jenny, I think it's called. I think the currency is called Jenny, which is really weird, but it was like worth 5 billion Jenny. And nowadays they're going for like 17 billion Jenny, and it's also a save file with the entire completed game goes for 50 billion Jenny, which is insane. Now I'm just assuming that Jenny is comparable to I've assumed that it was comparable to yen, and if that's the case, 50 billion Jenny is like 500 million yen. Sorry, $500 million if yen and Jenny are comparable. That's my thought. I was assuming that it's comparable to yen, which basically means you take 2 zeros away and you get it in USD. So, you know, 50 billion Jenny, if it is akin to yen, would be like $500 million, which is absurd on so many levels. Of course, you know, hunters apparently have all this fucking money, which is just insane anyways. Whatever the currency is, it's clearly a lot. I can't imagine it's that much, but you never fucking know. But maybe someone will explain that to me. I have this like bump on my nose and it's really weird. It looks really weird. You can see like it's like a red line. But yeah, that was the whole thing. And basically, Killua calls his brother and they're talking about the game, and he trades a copy of the memory card for information about the game. And now his brother is going to try to like recreate the code of the game, make the game, and then beat the game, and just to like kill the legend and all that, and be like the legend killer and all that, Randy Orton style. And meanwhile, Gon and Killua are heading to Yorknew City for the auction because they think there's a possibility that there's dozens of copies might be sold at the auction. And obviously they were going to go to the Yorknew auction anyway, September 1st, because that's where they agreed to meet up with Leo Rio and Kurapika. And that's pretty much all of what we got with those two, because the rest of this episode was kind of focused, or the first two episodes were focused on Gon and Killua. 39 and 40 were focused on Kurapika, and we learn, how Kurapika learned his powers. We learned about his chain sauce, which he uses chains. We learned that he's become an absolute baller savage that makes me want to, an absolute baller savage that we want fucking, to impregnate us. Even though he actually looks even more like a girl, his hair got a little longer, and he's already so feminine, like in the face. So yeah, but I guess that just makes me want him to impregnate me more. Okay, that was hard to say, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's fucking great. Anything else I'm forgetting about? There was the stuff where, he left Mizuki and just said, fuck off. He tries to, what's it called? He wants to, work for someone who is like an auction, like a big person in the auction for, the Yorknew auction, and basically wants to, and they have the whole thing where the mansion, and they test them, where it's like, if you, first of all, you have to get out of here alive, and all that. And they also show, like, you have to get one of these various rare items to pass the test, and one of the items was a pair of Kurta red eyes, which of course is Kurapika's family, and his red eyes, and that pissed him the fuck off. And just, Kurapika was coming off as an absolute savage in these episodes. I absolutely fucking loved it. I thought Kurapika's intensity is something that had been there in the first arc, but I thought not to the level that we've seen, and I think, it's all fucking business with Kurapika. I get the feeling, like, Kurapika I already like more than I did before this set, and I get the feeling that the more we see of him just being an absolute fucking G, I think over the course of this arc, I'm gonna like Kurapika a lot more than I do now. And that's not saying I don't like Kurapika, but as I've said before, at least going into this arc, he's my least favorite of the four, like, main leads. Definitely would probably go Killua. Then it's close between Gon and Leo Rio, but Kurapika would be at the bottom. So that's a thing. And I'm really excited because he's the type of character that I tend to really like, but he hasn't had, like, his shit that'll make me really like him yet. And this is the arc where he's going to have a lot of it, because obviously his fucked up backstory goes back to the Phantom Troop, and this is like the arc that's going to be all about the Phantom Troop, because Hisoka has Phantom Troop things to do, Kurapika has Phantom Troop things to do, Gon and Killua and Leo Rio are probably going to get involved in Phantom Troop stuff. It's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait to see what they do with that. Is there anything else? I mean, there was some moments with Gon and Mito-san, and then that was a thing. But I think I've more or less covered everything in the episodes. I'm just trying to kind of like read over some descriptions here just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, that's, I think I've talked about all of this. Yeah, so it looks like I've talked about all of this. Also, Kurapika, obviously, when he was in the mansion, there were all the other people that are trying to get the job, and we met a girl who can kiss someone and make them their slaves, and they say mistress faster than I could, which is pretty impressive. What else? You have you have the haiku guy, which is pretty fantastic. You have Melody, the chick that does not look like a chick. And then you have, I think that was it. I think it was just them. And then, cause the other two were like, were inside guys working as part of the test. So that's pretty sauce. But yeah, I think that's all I got to say for this one. These were good episodes. Definitely enjoyed them. I'm excited for the arc, though, in general. I think more than anything, this made me excited for the arc. And I do know that Greed Island is after this because I knew the initials for the arcs, and GI is obviously Greed Island. So, yeah. But anyways, Flamin' Shark, sign out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.